All right, we're live, brother.
Howdy, folks. Howdy, folks. Hey, I'm Ronnie Reno, and boy, have I got some good stuff to share with you today, along with my partner, Mr. Sammy Passamano. Hey, Sammy.
How's it going? How's it going? Just
Well,
checking to make sure we're live and we are
we're
good to go.
yes, we've been waiting on today for a while. I'm just tickled to death to be associated and a part of this history. I'd say this vintage history. Really, I don't get on my soapbox very much, but I do when it comes to bluegrass country soul. And we, I'm just going to tell them a little bit about it, Sammy. This is today is a good day for us because we're releasing a couple of the videos along with the audio of these of a couple of things. But it goes so deep. This entire project goes so deep. I was fortunate enough to be here, and I was on a part of this when it was actually taped. I'm talking about Bluegrass Country Soul, the legendary performance Bluegrass Festival in Camp Springs, North Carolina. Uh, I was with the Osborne brothers, with Bobby and Sonny, when all this was recorded. And of course, it had an all-star lineup. If you've not seen this DVD, and it's been redone by a dear friend of mine who actually produced this, Albert Ide. Albert did this in 1971, and this is it's just history. It truly is. It was some of the great acts. I forgot exactly how many acts was on this, but even Earl Scruggs was here. Roy Acuff was on this festival. He didn't do many of them, but fortunately for us, we got him on this. You'll see who all's on here. My gosh, J.D. Crowe, Ralph Stanley, Earl Scruggs, Jimmy Martin, the Country Gentleman, Bluegrass 45, the Osborne Brothers, and what we're going to do with this project. And of course, Sam was on it. The Bluegrass Alliance that's what it was called then, Sam Bush. And the history of what happened after this legendary festival is even more amazing, of what all happened that weekend, that very weekend, Labor Day weekend in 1971 in Camp Springs, North Carolina, for Carlton Haney's festival, as he called it. Another Carlton Haney production. Actually, Sammy, you weren't even probably here. No, you wasn't. You wasn't even.
No, I was born in 80.
No. So anyway, that was Carlton Haney. He was a legendary. Actually, he started bluegrass festivals back in 1965. Carlton was the first one to start putting on a multi-day festival. We had festivals up in Berryville, Virginia, and a bunch of different times we'd got together one day with a bunch of acts, but nobody had ever done a multi-day festival, and that's what this is. Oh, I see Chubby Wise. Oh my gosh, yes, Chubby Wise, the legendary Chubby Wise. There's the Bluegrass Alliance. I think that's a New Deal string band, Bluegrass 45.
Oh, I see you right there.
Oh yeah.
There you are.
Oh yes. It was if you'll get a kick out of this, Sammy. It was so hot that day down there at Labor Day weekend. Oh, little Roy Lewis. The Lewis family was on this too. And of course
There's Bill.
Bill Emerson and J.D. Crowe were there with their banjos. Del McCurry was on. Of course, there's Jimmy Martin, and Chubby played fiddle with him. But anyway, we're thrilled to death. Sammy Passamano and I are thrilled to death to be able to represent this project. And through our affiliates, Bluegrass Music TV and Country Road TV, we're able to show everybody this beautiful stuff. And Sammy, I guess you could tell them how long it's going to take us to do this. It's going to be basically all year, if I'm not mistaken, before we actually do get the end result. But they can go to bluegrasscountrysoul.com, and they have the legendary project on there. You can buy this project that has multiple pictures in it. I mean, it's just done. Albert I did probably the best job on this production of anybody I could ever tell you about, because it was meant to be, and it happened. And it all started with a suggestion. Hey, why don't you come down and and film my Bluegrass Festival. That's the way it started with Carlton and Albert. And boy, did he ever. But anyway, Sammy, I guess we could go into telling everybody what we're going to try to do to let everybody see this great project. And it was just wonderful weekend. Tater Tate's there. I mean, Mac Wiseman was there too. My gosh, we had so many legends was on this thing, and I'm just thrilled that we still have this to refer back to. Not that the new generations of bluegrass aren't doing wonderful. I'm very proud of all of them, as I know you are too, Sammy. You're part of it. But the legendary legends that were filmed in this wonderful. Actually, we didn't even know what not the SD, but the this was done in film, so it was done spectacular. And we didn't even know what HD was at the time, but this film basically shows you, if we'd have had a high definition at that time, this is what this would have looked like. In fact, the film looks better. But at that time, it was so expensive to do. And fortunately, Albert Ide put together this whole movie and documented it for us, and we have it now for future generations forever. So anyway, Sammy, let's tell them what we're doing with the two of the videos and two of the singles right now.
Yeah, so I just posted the link to the Smart Link. So if anybody wants to, at any point in time, go back and pull up the Smart Link, they can. And if you don't know, let me just click that myself, and let me just bring up that Smart Link so everybody can kind of get a better idea. So let's go ahead and drop the Smart Link in here. Now, this right here gives you the option to play it on whatever streaming platform you choose. If you want to buy it, you can. If you want to stream it, great. But as you can see, we hit it just about every single one of them. I like Spotify, so I just hit play, and then it's going to want to bring that up, of course. And then all you have to do is just hit play. But you have to sign up first, I guess. Yeah, that didn't work out so well.
Well, don't forget your login number.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm on a the Google Chrome account that's not signed into there yet, but that is the mechanism of how that works.
Well, the great thing about the audio and video, the audio has never been released, as Sammy, as you well know. But Albert went back to the master recordings of this and basically pulled the audio version of it off, because during the film, Carlton Haney was edited in and talking about Ralph and Stanley and the Man of Constant Sorrow. And so we didn't think that played very well in just audio alone. It's great with the video, but we were fortunate enough that Albert still had all the master recordings of this and went back and got it without Carlton. He was talking through Curly Ray Klein's fiddle break.
Yeah, he was.
We don't want to miss Curly Ray Klein's fiddle break. So anyway,
so it's actually on the video, and then we just, like you said, we pulled it off on the audio, and the audio has been remastered as well.
Yes,
for a little clarity, and we got a where the great thing about this too is we're getting emails from radio stations that actually want to get it on the radio, which is great. Got an email from Kyle Cantrell today.
Yes,
sent it over to Chris Jones. I think this is going to fit really well on Sirius XM radio, and I also think it's going to fit well on all bluegrass radio.
Definitely. Definitely. What's Sammy? What's unique about this recording is the fact that Ricky Skaggs, the young Ricky, was back playing mandolin, and that's Curly Ray Klein right there.
There's right here.
Yes, that's Curly Ray, and
he's talking over right here.
Yeah, he's talking over it right now, but not on the audio. And of course, Keith Whitley was playing guitar, They were both teenagers. I remember walking by Keith and Ricky and stopped and spoke to them on my way to the stage, and they were just getting out of their car. And as I said, it was hot. But we had a small conversation as I was making my way to the stage to put on our performance, and I never have forgotten walking by and talking to them. It was just a quick thing, but it stayed in my memory because I later on, as everybody knows, what Keith and Ricky have done. It was just one of those special moments. But anyway, this is the first single that we're releasing, "A Man of Constant Sorrow." And of course, everybody is very familiar with the song. And what is so great is Ralph singing on this one. It's just so heartfelt because we were there. The energy sort of comes when you're in front of probably 10,000 people. You go to another gear, and you basically got more energy. And you could tell that Ralph was putting his heart and soul into this for the audience. And just fortunately, Albert was capturing this on film. So we know you're going to enjoy this, and hopefully it'll be something for the younger artists to appreciate. And of course, I'm sort of tickled to see it come back to life. 52 years ago was when we did this, and so basically for me it is just it's a special thing for me being there and then going through another 50 years and still being able to talk. So anyway, Man of Constant Sorrow, if y'all don't mind, sort of help us a little bit promoting and tell everybody about this. That's the great thing about the internet and the fact that this was so special. We want everybody to, sort of jump on board. We've got so many good things that's going to happen down through this year.
Grateful Web posted it today for us, Ronnie. I don't know if you saw that.
Who did?
The Grateful Web.
Wonderful. Ooh.
Yeah, so that's exciting right there. They're always really good to us right there.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
Shout out to them. Thank you very much for that. We appreciate it.
You bet. Thanks to the Grateful Web. We are appreciated. You know what's funny, Sammy, is that
the Grateful ad.
Yeah,
There's a lot of ads on this page.
Do what?
There's a lot of ads on that page right there.
I'd say.
Grateful ads.
I'd say. Well, what the internet wasn't even invented. In fact, I didn't even have a cell phone. We had to stop somewhere at a phone booth and call for sure. But anyway, and that's just the first single. Sammy, you think we should go into is it time for us to go into single number 2 today?
Yeah, I think so. Let's go, Mr. J.D. Crowe.
Yes. This was unique in the fact that Tony and his brother Wyatt both worked with J.D. Crowe this weekend, and the history that happened after this weekend was incredible. But J.D. Crowe was just a dear friend of mine, and what a great player. He never changed. He was always J.D. Crowe, and he loved the music, but his banjo playing was crystal clear. And, he actually helped make the Jimmy Martin sound, and of course with J.D. Crowe and New South. My gosh, everybody worked with J.D. Jerry Douglas, of course, Tony Rice at one point, and Keith Whitley, Ricky Skaggs. What an all-star bunch that went and took the music to another level. But this was Train 45.
It's Smart Link now for everybody.
Can they get it?
Yes.
Good. What was amazing this week, though, JD did not have, and he wasn't called JD Crowe in the New South at that time. It was JD Crowe and the Kentucky Mountain Boys was the name of the group. It changed after this weekend. History was made once again. History was made with JD changing it to New South because he felt like he could get into a new sound. JD was always testing the water, and I'm glad he did. but Train 45, my gosh, it left the station that day with JD. But once again, we're here and able to, for those of you who have not seen this stuff that are listening to us, do yourself a great favor and go watch this. And then, of course, you'll be hearing the audio files also on this stuff as time goes on.
Yeah, let us know, and like in the comments on right now, the videos are posted on the Facebook pages right now. It's on Bluegrass Music TV. It's on Country Road TV. If it's not up on Ronnie Reno's Facebook page, it will be up by the end of this live stream or just after on 615 Hideaway's Facebook page. So it's really easy to find. Hooked on Bluegrass, the Bluegrass Jamboree. We got quite a few pages that are promoting it right now. And then on the audio side, of course, those smart links that are in the chat right now, they always work. I had a problem because I don't have an account with Spotify on this Google Chrome browser that I'm using. But if you don't use Spotify and you use iTunes, click iTunes. If you use Amazon, click Amazon. Just click on whatever one you like the best. You have an account with. Click on it, and then the audio will be there. Please add it to a playlist. Make playlists. Please add it to your playlist too.
And the great thing about if you've not seen the entire DVD, these are just clips, just some wonderful clips that we're showing y'all. To get the whole experience, you need to go to bluegrasscountrysoul.com and get that Blu-ray, the DVD. And of course, there's so much more in it right now than was even 50 years ago. Albert and Ellen Ide went in and redid this entire thing. They had all this history that Albert had kept down through the years and was able to go back in and basically get the picture books. And of course, we quite a few of us went in and comment and he came to Nashville and we made another video talking about how it was 50 years ago whenever we did this. And so to go on there and get the whole thing, it's really amazing. And I can't say enough great things about it. But what we're going to do is basically make everyone aware that this is out there. And it's to be hopefully passed on down to the new musicians and the ones that are carrying the music forward right now. And I couldn't be proud of them. But to see these great artists back in the 70s that was actually doing it and doing it right. I can't say
Ronnie. There's some really big names on here. Really cool.
Oh, definitely so. I mean, my gosh, I was fortunate enough to be with Bobby and Sonny Osborne, the Osborne brothers, and we were really at the top of our game right then. We were touring a lot, singing a lot, and just really enjoying the music. And of course, Bobby and Sonny, it was like singing with a choir to sing with them two gentlemen. I can't tell you what a wonderful time in my life that was. The only thing I do hate was the fact that my father, Don Reno, didn't work this festival. They had already booked some other festivals and could not get out of them. I would have given anything if Dad would have been on this with us. But anyway, we had some wonderful, wonderful players on this thing. And of course, Earl Scruggs didn't do many festivals, like just regular bluegrass festivals, because Earl was doing a lot of the colleges and doing a lot of the progressive music with his sons. And fortunately for us, Carlton was able to get Earl to come down and let everybody play with Earl. My gosh, what a great moment that was in history to have. I bet you there was probably 40 or 50 banjo players. There wasn't a bug in sight. All the mosquitoes were gone. So I guess all it was fans that was there with us and listening to what we were doing. But anyway, I can't say good. I can't say enough good things about this. And as we go along, why Sammy and I, like I said earlier, we're honored to be a part of it, and we're going to release, my gosh, I don't know, 8 or 10 of these this year. And so, and then finally, I think Albert and them will, and they've got things that nobody's ever heard before too. I can't tell you how excited I am. I truly am.
Yeah, me too. This was a big deal for us. We've been sitting on this for a little while because we wanted to make sure that we did it right. We released it right. I think it's important that you don't just throw content out there. And it's kind of a slow drip, but I think it's an important slow drip because this content, the video assets, we've seen it, from people ripping it from their DVDs or whatnot, or streaming it, in not great quality, but this is the best quality that you're going to see it online. Outside of that Blu-ray copy on your television, that's going to be the best. So the best quality is definitely going to be buying that DVD, buying the package. But as far as social and streaming goes, this is the best. Like your footage, for your show, this is, the best that you're going to see it. And we're really excited about it.
Well, the greatest thing about our music, Sammy, and you know it too, is the art of watching it done. And the fact that you can watch it the way
you sound like a robot. I don't know if that's just me.
No, it's that's always been my aim. And of course, it was Albert Ide and his whole production crew that basically had the same desire, was to see it done as well as you could possibly do it, and that was accomplished that weekend in 1971. And I've always aspired to that, to try to do everything.
All right, I'm going to do a quick comment check. Hey, everybody, how was Ronnie's voice sound? Did the sound distorted at all? Just let us know in the chat real quick. If it is
distorted.
If it is, we can fix it real quick.
Oh yeah, well, I've been distorted before, so I mean,
If it sounds good, just post sounds great. If it sounds distorted, let us know.
I can turn it down a little bit, I guess, because I'm a soft spoker anymore. Used to shout a little bit. I don't shout that much.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought it was a little distorted there. We got to fix that real quick.
Okay. What do you need for me to do, Sammy, to fix all this? Sammy's pushing buttons, and
I'm probably going to have you back off the microphone real quick.
How about that? Is that better?
That's better.
Okay. Well, I get excited, and of course, it's when you do a sound check without the people in front of you, and whenever the people get there, you go up another notch or two. So that was my excitement about what we're doing. But anyway, sorry about that. Sorry about that for sure.
No, don't worry about it. It's okay. We were in our way to a nice transition, anyways.
Yeah, we're live, by the way.
We're live. Yeah, we lost about 30% of our viewers right there off that distortion. That's one thing about streaming. If the audio's bad, forget about it.
Well, yeah. You should have stopped me earlier, Sammy.
I stopped you fairly quickly.
Is there any way that we can contact that 30% and tell them I'm not talking as loud?
Ronnie's audio's fixed.
Come on back for sure. But anyway, I still can't tell you how excited I am about this new project that we're doing, and we hope that everybody will go out and sort of show their appreciation too for what has been done for 50 some odd years ago, I guess,
Yeah, and we're gonna be doing this every time we drop something. So every time we drop new videos or singles, me and Ronnie will be back on here. Me and Ronnie can be back on here a lot more because our transition is into Ronnie Reno's content now that is now out in HD, full HD for the first time, really HD quality video and audio, which we're really excited about, aren't we?
Oh, are we ever? I had only seen it in full HD when it was edited. I had never seen it, the way that we actually shot it and recorded it. But I couldn't be any prouder of. In fact, this is my set behind me. It was a little hard for me to get this up the steps, to put it behind me like that. But I managed to get it up in my office, And anyway, this is a lot of the things I think on my RonnieReno.com, if I'm not mistaken. And I think I have put up, you can see clips on this, the same thing that we're doing with Bluegrass Country Soul. I think I've got maybe 200 videos up as of right now.
Are you able to see any of these right now around like the Sam Moore? Can you see these?
Yes, I can. Yes.
Yeah. So talk to me about what was it like with that production? Because, you know, I have a very scaled down version of production, nothing nearly as big as this was.
Well, we was fortunate enough to do it at North Star Recording Studios here in Nashville, and basically, it would take us quite a while just to set this production up. We had wonderful lighting directors. We had wonderful Jim Yockey, who actually was my director even back in the early '90s. He directed all this stuff for me. And you couldn't get any cleaner and clearer than what we did. And we would go in, and fortunately, we was able to shoot. I think we shot 3 shows a day, and that was really pushing it. I would rather have done 2, but we needed to do 3, considering. This was a wonderful thing with JD and with Doyle Lawson and Paul Williams. They came in and did a show as old friends. And boy, my gosh, what a wonderful show that is. You should go on there and look at some of it. And we're playing full shows. We're uploading them now on Country Road TV. Just go to Country Road TV and go on to.
That's right here. Hold on. We have the internet, so we want to help people find out where to go. So countryroadtv.com. We'll start over again like we did last time.
Yeah.
And,
tell them all about it, Sammy. You're better at that than I am.
Here's the homepage right here. So you just go on Country Road TV. You want to sign up for a free account, and what you're going to do is when you're in your account, here's all the content that you can find. The categories is easiest just by clicking bluegrass music, and then you have Reno's old time music right here. And this is the way to do it is you got the Roku on your television. You go and you search for the channel Country Road TV, pop it up, subscribe, and then you can sit back and watch all of these shows. Now we're adding them, but here's where you're going to see in crystal clear HD for the first time in audio. It's going to sound absolutely amazing.
Yes, and it looks it's so clean that we would sometimes have to stop production and fix something if because it was so clear that we would have to say, wait a minute, that don't look the way Ronnie wants it. So anyway, it's wonderfully done, and I couldn't be any more proud of it as basically of something that we're going to leave as once again for the younger generations to see what it was done and you know the way it should be done. So we were thrilled to death to be able to do it, and hopefully everybody will. I say this always about a song and a show, a video. It don't know exactly when it was done, so it looks brand new every time you see it.
Oh, there's the Queen right there.
Yes, that's Rhonda and I asked Rhonda to come in when I did some compilation things to chat about. Of course, she did the show. We talked about this, that, and the other, and I played a bunch of compilations from the assortment of shows that I had done. I think that's one of the seasons. And I even, one of the seasons was the older stuff that I had done back in 93, 94. We showed that. And of course, that's the Quaby sisters right there. Oh, gorgeous, gorgeous girls who play all 3 fiddles. That if you've never seen them, it is a treat to watch these girls play the fiddle. They're just amazing to me. But their bows go the same way. I mean, it's amazing to watch them, and they are one. But I had some great talent. All of our talent who came on the show. Of course, I did one with Bobby and Jesse McReynolds and Mac Wiseman and myself, and I called it my my $4 million band. And Mac Weissman said, well, now it might have to be 3 million because I ain't found my million yet.
That's awesome.
But we sat around and talked. That's a little bit about just the legends and themselves. And of course, Jesse and Bobby are still with us. We're so thankful for. And anyway, it's some great stuff that's on Country Road TV. So go and see them, see what they've got to offer. They believe in traditional country, and now traditional country is sort of like bluegrass. It's
and you get all of the family reunion stuff. You get all of Larry's Country Diner stuff.
Yes.
There's a lot of content on here right now. That's just
definitely.
Basically added bonus. If you're coming over for like Ronnie's show or the bluegrass stuff, and we're gonna be adding a lot more bluegrass stuff,
yes.
Podcast stuff and other content. This is all just added bonus right here. I mean, there's a tremendous amount of stuff on here in the classic country world too. So,
everybody in bluegrass loves Gene Watson, and of course, everybody in bluegrass loves the things that they did. I was on several of their country family reunions or bluegrass. Bobby and Sonny and I did Kentucky on one of them, and they're just, the Black family are the best, and we can't say enough great things about what they're doing for our industry, and the fact that they believe like we do. Pass it on.
Oh yeah, and then basically you're just clicking on the brick, and then you just hit and play.
Yeah.
And you get to stream all this wonderful content. So get your Roku players out there.
Yeah. Well, we sort of feel like that, Sammy. We, our whole industry feels like that's where it's all going, is to be able to pick and choose what you want to see when you want to see it. And
I'm gonna get you to speak up just a little bit louder.
Okay, I said whenever our whole industry is going to where we believe that you should be able to pick and see what you want to see when you want to see it. And basically that's the same thing with playlist and creating your own playlist, hearing playlist on the streaming services. And we think that the same thing is gonna eventually be there if you can find the footage and the shows. And of course, Country Road TV they are cornering the market on everything, and we hope that we will help them do the same thing with bluegrass. That is our entire aim, and that's to please the people and let them see what's going on.
Yep. So we are really excited. Look at they got Heart to Heart.
Yep. The great Stan Hitchcock show, Heart to Heart.
Yeah, this is a big one. We're excited. I'll be dropping some of this audio soon too. So
yes,
we're really excited about it. It looks like we just got volume 1 up here right now, but look at all this great content right here.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's the legends are on there with Stan too, and it's wonderful. Of course, Stan and I were dear friends and partners in business for many years. He was the founder of Country Music Television, and he and I for years and years used to sit on the front porch and play our guitars for everybody. This would have been back when there wasn't much video. We created it, and that's what we still do today. In fact, I'm doing it with you now, Sammy Passamano.
Yes. Yeah, I'm excited about that. I'm really excited about that. Okay, so I think we've hit everything.
Yes.
33 minutes is pretty good. So we want to thank everybody for who came on and watched. I know this was a pop-up live, and we'll probably promote it a bit more down the road.
Yes.
When we do these. But we're excited about it. If you can help us, if you go in and search for these videos, they're on Facebook. They're on Bluegrass Music TV's Facebook page, Country Road TV's Facebook page. Just leave us a comment and a share. One or the other helps with the algorithm. The more you engage with our videos, the more whatever algorithm, Facebook, YouTube, whatever it might be, they say, great, let's show it to more people. So it really does help us. So.
Well, I guess thanks is what's left to say, isn't it, Sammy? Thanks
we want to thank everybody,
and hopefully we'll edit out that distortion, Sam.
Yeah, well, I think it's just we'll dial in the right volume.
Oh, definitely so. Definitely so. We're going to do this again. I enjoyed this very much, Sammy.
Yeah, we will. We will. Again, so thanks everybody for coming on here, and have a great weekend, whatever that weekend may entail.
Sounds great. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.